Hello, Vanessa. Can you hear
Hello,
me?
how are you?
I'm
Yes, I
fine.
can hear
Thank you very
you.
much. How are you?
I'm so happy to be here. How are you?
Thank you very much. It's great to have you here. Thank you very much for accepting our offer for this beautiful conversation.
I'm thrilled. I'm so excited to be talking to you.
Yeah, me too. Uh, Vanessa, I know that you're so active on social media, and I can see you are always following your readers' posts from all over the world. And I know that you're also following the Turkish readers' posts. You must have seen our post from Turkey. And you can understand that we love the Master series and everything. Before starting, I want to thank for this beautiful series. Thank you very much for writing this series for us.
Oh, thank you so much. There's so many posts by all the Turkish readers. I got so touched by it. I'm
That's
such a
great.
thrill.
And I'm recording a video now, for our YouTube channel. For this video, we ask some questions from our readers and followers on social media. And we had a lot of questions. But
Really?
yes, but no, don't worry. I will ask a few of these questions. So I will start if you're ready.
Yes.
But I will ask the first question. It's my question. I really wonder that. If it's everything for you, I will ask the first questions. One thing I was sure about when I was reading the series, that you have a wide imagination. And after that, everything you created in the series, the monster and hero contrast, or the stealing time from people, and any other things I can list now, they gave an original atmosphere to the series. It was great. And thanks to this wide imagination, your debut novel became a bestseller and translated. Yeah, and translated into 9 languages. Is that right? That's
Yes.
great, I think. And how do you feel about it? How do you feel to have
Oh.
many people to read your dreams you wrote in your sofa, in your table, and to be successful in this? How do you feel?
I can hardly believe it. I remember when I decided to write a book, I was having dinner with some other friends, and we all just started to say to each other that we all wanted to write books. And so we made a pact together. We said, okay, let's all write these books together. We'll write our own books, but we'll do it like we'll help each other, we'll support each other to do it. And my friend Shelley and I used to, there was a little cafe in a bookshop, and we used to write in the cafe. And then every now and then we would go down to the bookshelves to see where our books would be if we ever got published. So it was always such a dream.
Yes.
But I don't think either of us really believed we would ever actually see the books.
Yes.
We were just dreaming about it.
And you made
So,
it.
I think in some ways it still feels like a dream.
Yes.
A very good dream.
Yeah, you're right. And if you do something with your friends, it helps to make it real, I think, also.
Oh, because you write for such a long time. It's so much
Yeah.
easier when you're like sitting next to somebody else and they're also writing.
Yeah, it gives some energy too when you are writing,
Yes,
I think.
yes.
Yes, that's great. That's great. And now I will move on to questions of the readers, and they have a lot of questions, but I divide them in 3 sections. And first
Okay.
section is general ones, and the second section have the most question, and it's about the characters of the master
Yes.
Sure. And last one is about the future plans and other things we wonder about you and everything. And I'm starting with the general ones, if you are ready. Our first questions from our followers and your readers. How did you find the subject of the series? Did you specifically want to write something about time travel?
Yeah, so when we had the dinner, one of my friends had the idea of, okay, let's write down all of the things that we personally love the most when we're watching TV or reading a book. And so we just made a list, and mine included time travel because I love time travel so much. I like time travel TV shows, books. So I wanted to really make a world out of the things that I like to read. So that's where the time travel came from, just because I love reading time travel.
Yes, we can understand from the series. You can be sure. Okay, you specifically want to write about the time travel, and everything comes after that, I think.
Yes, no, I think the first thing I had was I wanted to write a book about a monster who had to fight against a hero. And so when I had that idea, then I was like, oh, what kind of monster will they be? Will they be a kind of monster where they just like eating a person? And I thought, no, I don't want to be eating somebody. That's
No, thank you very much for that, for avoiding from that.
I don't like horror. But so then I looked at my list and I thought, oh, I like time travel. Maybe I'll make them monsters who can time travel, but by stealing human life first.
And I wonder that how do you find these things when they do this and they are stealing time from the humans? How do you think about it?
I think they I don't know, I just came up with it. But yeah, I imagine that they would touch the back of their neck because I wanted them to have to do something to steal the time, something a little bit intimate, where maybe the human would notice and they'd be like, what are you doing? Or maybe they wouldn't notice.
Yes, you're right. Okay, so the second question is coming. How many books will the series be? I know that it was with trilogy, but I don't know if it's changed or not.
Yes, still a trilogy. So I'm working on the third book now, and I think it's the most fun. It's the most fun.
It's my next question, so you can say that when we will have the third book of the series.
I don't know. I don't have a date yet, but I'm working very hard on it, and I think I do it. This one I feel like it's been the most fun to write.
Yeah, but we are wondering also. You are having fun, but we are wondering. We can't stand anymore.
Yeah, there's going to be more twists as well.
Yes. I'm adding these questions also. Can you give us a clue about the name? Because you made a monster, okay, never a hero, okay, you used the monster and hero. What's next?
I do have a title for the third book, and I just sent it to the American editor who said she really liked it. But as you know, sometimes the title might change, so I will just wait for it to be a surprise. But I can tell you offline.
Okay. Okay, that's great. I don't tell to anybody. You can be sure. Thank you. So after that, we are going to do second section about your characters. And of course, I will ask the favorite question to you.
I know what it is.
You know? I think you know. I will ask simply, and please answer me simply. Or Aaron. So simple.
I would say that you do find out in the third book.
Oh, okay. Okay, I will be hiding now.
I think in my mind, they're very thematic to me because Joan is half a monster, half a human. Yes. And so Aaron, I picture it, the relationships is very thematic. You know, Aaron is a monster, Nick is a human. And in some ways they represent these two parts of Joan and the way that she kind of has to reconcile her identity in the books. So the third book will be really kind of about what will she choose? You know, what will she choose? What to be true to herself?
Okay. I will also, I thought like that because the two characters represents the two sides of the Joan. It's so obvious. But for you, which one is? Because you are older, but you are also Vanessa, and you have some choices about men. So, which one is your favorite?
I can't choose a favorite. They're like my friends.
Okay.
I can't choose a favorite. It would be like having a favorite cat.
For me, I'm from Team Aaron, for example. I love.
Of course.
I couldn't see much.
Everyone will be happy.
Yeah. Okay. So after this favorite question, I'm going to second question. By the way, we will read more about Nick or Aaron in the third book, and you also answered that. We will, I think, see the both of the
lots more.
Yes. Okay. And the third question. So, how would you describe the Aaron Joan and Nick Joan relationship separately?
Yeah, I think Aaron, so when Joan first meets Aaron, she doesn't like him at first. Yes. He's really evil, he leaves her to die. But I think gradually, as she gets to know him, she realizes, oh, he's actually a very kind underneath, even though he's got quite a
also.
Yeah, his exterior is very prickly and I guess quite harsh, but inside I think he's quite a soft, kind person, as much as a monster can be.
Yeah.
And I think he's quite good for Joan because I think she's quite impulsive. She likes to act first and think later, but I think Aaron likes to think first and act later. So together they're quite a good team.
Yeah, you're right.
And then for Nick, I think Nick, I guess, is the other side of her because I think she also does have quite a strong sense of what is right and what is wrong. And I suppose from Nick, she also gets that she's like, he also has a very strong sense of what is right and what is wrong.
Yeah.
But unlike Aaron, I think he's quite tough.
Yeah, I think so. So you are also from Team Aaron, I think. Now I can understand.
I will not say.
Yeah, Aaron reminds me Draco Malfoy. I don't know if you are picturing him.
That's so funny. I think when I was thinking of the character, I was thinking, oh, I want a very different character to Joan. So when I was starting to create him, I thought I'm going to make him quite rich, quite posh, and then everything else kind of started to come together around it. I didn't really think about Draco, but I have people saying that he seems like Draco.
Yeah, but only the character development reminds me him, only this one, but the other things are so political for me. But were you inspired? It's my question also. I really wondered that when I was reading, because I know that you're also coming from a multicultural family. Were you inspired by your own life when you're creating Joan character?
Yes, I really wanted to make her a little bit like me because my dad is from Malaysia, like Joan's dad, and then unlike Joan's mum, my mum is from Malta. But I thought I don't want to make her too much. I don't want to make it exactly like me. That would be really weird. But I wanted to make her a little bit like me and kind of have kind of explore some of the feelings you might have sometimes when you're from different cultures. But I think, some ways like Joan, I always find that the two different cultures are really very similar, actually. They like food, they like their family.
Yeah. Yeah, that's good. I can sense that.
Yeah.
And also, I think London is the main character in two books because I think you love London. You went for education in there, I think.
No, I had never. I had been to London when I was very little, just for a couple of weeks. But when I was writing it, I hadn't been to London before. I just spent a lot of time on Google Street View, just looking at the streets.
Oh, it's incredible because you know every street, every corner. That's great.
After I wrote the book, I went to give myself a little treat, a reward, and it was very strange. It was like when I got off the plane, I thought, wow, it's like I'm inside my own head. I imagined all these places.
Well, you really have a wide imagination, I think. It's really true. That's great. So this question also coming from the readers, and it's a great question, I think. Are there any songs or you associate with the series or characters? Because sometimes we have in the first pages a playlist, but in your book we don't have. But sure, I think you have some songs about these books or characters. Writing.
I did make a playlist I've got a playlist on Spotify.
Oh, okay. We can check there.
Yes, but actually the funny thing is I'm not usually very inspired by music. I like very quiet when I'm writing. I like it to be silent because I feel like sometimes when I'm listening to music, I get distracted by the music.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah. So I actually don't. But maybe I'll sometimes listen to a song to get in the mood, but very rare.
Oh, okay.
And then I'll be stuck in my head. I'll be like, oh.
Okay. But after you write about the character, when you listen a song, oh, it's like Joan. It sounds like Joan. Have you ever said something like that?
I think there was one that I kept listening to after I released it. I think it was called Monsters by the French singer Ruel.
Huh.
So I won't sing it.
It's obvious.
I can't sing, but yes.
Okay. So last one, future plans and other things I want to ask you about. Are there any rituals or you follow while you are writing, or habits you can't avoid?
Mine is just to have a coffee. I think it's just
Okay.
psychological. I think, oh, it's got me boosted and I'm ready to write. But I think it's just psychological.
Yeah,
I don't think
okay.
I really need to have the coffee.
Are you
So
writing
yes, I
on
love the coffee.
night or daytime?
Oh, I always write in the morning and then take a break for lunch and then write again. But when I wrote the first book, I was also working full time. So I used to write before work and then I would write in the lunch break and then I would write on the weekend.
Okay, you are so hardworking and with the plan, you are writing so keenly. Okay, that's right. And this question also has asked many times. It's so important, I think, for our readers.
I'm ready.
Okay. Are you planning to write another series set in the same universe after the Monster series? But it's also stated that a series especially for Aaron would be great, they said. For sure. Team Aaron is here.
About writing anything more in that series, although there is going to be a lot of Aaron in book 3. So I hope people are happy with that. No, I think I've started to outline another book after this for the a different world, a different idea. Okay. But you never know. Maybe I would come back to this one day, or just write a short story or something. Not to spoil the end of the third book, but yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Maybe after you can write a book for the series. But for your new title, it's a fantasy or everything.
Oh, it's fantasy. I love fantasy so much. So yeah, fantasy.
I also want to read from your writing a historical or something different. It will be great from you.
Oh my goodness, I think so. Be so much research.
I also asked these questions to you, but you answered a little bit. What are you working right now? What are you working on right now? And in standalone?
Yes, I'm working on the last book of this series. I'm in a very exciting scene at the moment, so that's really fun.
I know. And it's last part, or you are just in the middle of the writing?
Well, I guess I'm sort of editing it, so yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm editing it. Yeah.
Oh, okay. It's coming. I think it's really soon. Is it in 24?
I haven't had a date from the US publisher yet, so I wouldn't say. Yeah, I'm not sure.
Okay, I won't ask more. So
yeah, I'm not sure. I just don't know.
Okay. Okay, so I would like to mention the beauty of your covers also. I know
you're beautiful.
Yeah, they're beautiful. It's Turkish edition. But I also like the other edition. For example, your paperback edition. Great. I think you are so lucky with the designers, book cover designers. I know Evian. She's great. She has a great work. And this also.
And then Kelly Chung.
Kelly also. They're so great. Do you contribute to them, or they're just?
Well, that one, the one behind you, I had a little necklace with a pendant. It looks very similar to that. And the UK publisher said, were you inspired by any objects? And so I sent them a photo of it, and they drew. Kelly made this very beautiful illustration. It's very similar.
You contribute.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, that's great. But also paperback ones. Also, I really love them.
Went that way.
Yeah, that way. Yeah, when I was first saw them, I just said we have to buy these books, right? Turkish rights. I love the cover.
I'm so happy. I'm so happy.
Yeah. You started to write in lockdown or in COVID time?
I wrote the second book in lockdown, which was Melbourne had a very long lockdown, so it was like writing that was a lot of time on Google Street Map, looking at London in pictures.
Yeah, and you can just make your search about London and everything.
Yes, just imagine I'm there.
A great time for writing. And what are you doing in Melbourne right now? You are working also?
Oh, so yes, no, I'm only writing at the moment, but before this, I used to be, yes, I don't know if that was a bad idea, but before this, I used to be an editor at an educational publisher. So I edited lots of things for teachers, for students. So either way, I felt like I knew a little bit about the publishing industry when I came in.
You're so close to the industry, and after that, you became a writer also.
It was a little bit different though, fiction and education.
Yeah, it's different, but you're always with books, I think.
Yes.
Yeah, that's great. So, Vanessa, we have came to our end of our questions. It just passed like this. It was great. It was a great conversation. Do you want to add anything else to your Turkish readers?
I just want to say thank you so much for all of the lovely messages I've had from Turkish readers. It's so lovely. And also the editions are so beautiful. When I was looking, the paperback is so beautiful, the hardback is so beautiful. I'm so excited.
Yeah, because your designs are so great. So we just want to make it Turkish edition also.
And also I wanted to thank you and the Turkish publisher. I feel like I've had so much support from Turkey.
You are welcome. You are welcome. We really love your book, and the readers also like this book, and they always ask to us the third book, when the third book will be released, when, and we just want to make a video with you. And you can say to them, but you can't even say, I don't know what will we do, but
I don't know yet.
It's soon, I think. Okay, thank you very much to give us this opportunity to know you closely and know the monsters and heroes and everything. Thank you very much. And I will say some things in Turkish, and after that I end the recording. Bizleri izlediğiniz için çok teşekkür ederiz. Vanessa ile bu güzel sohbetimizi izlediğiniz için. Bunun gibi daha fazla videoyu görmek için bizi takip etmeye devam edin. Hoşçakalın. What is the name of the third book? I really wonder.